Imagine a world where a single battle could alter the fate of entire nations. Throughout history, courageous warriors have clashed on the battlefield, and the outcomes of these conflicts have reshaped our societies. Today, we'll take you on a journey through 10 battles that changed the course of history. From the heroic stand at the Battle of Tours, where a small Frankish force halted the Islamic advance into Europe, to the brutal fighting at Stalingrad, which marked a turning point in World War II. Each of these battles tells a powerful story of strategy, determination, and sacrifice. Get ready to uncover the surprising details behind these pivotal moments and discover how they shaped our world in ways that still resonate today. Battle of Tours, 732 AD. Fought in 732 AD, the Battle of Tours stands as one of the most important moments in European history. It took place in modern-day France, where a small Frankish army led by Charles Martel faced off against the massive forces of the Umayyad Caliphate, which had been rapidly expanding across Europe. At the time, the Muslims were rapidly expanding their territory across Europe, and many feared they would conquer all of Western Europe. Charles Martel, known as the Hammer, rallied his troops, determined to stop this advance. He understood the stakes. If he lost, the entire continent might fall under Muslim rule. The battle was intense and brutal. Martel's troops formed a strong defensive position on higher ground, utilizing tight formations to resist the cavalry charges of the Muslim forces. Despite being outnumbered, the Frankish soldiers fought with incredible courage and determination. Their tactical discipline ultimately led to a stunning victory. The victory at Tours not only halted the Muslim expansion into Europe, but also solidified Charles Martel's reputation as a strong leader. This battle is often seen as a turning point that preserved Christianity in Western Europe and allowed the Frankish kingdom to flourish. The impact of the Battle of Tours resonates through history, as it played a vital role in shaping the future of Europe and its cultural identity. Battle of Marathon, 490 BC. The Battle of Marathon is one of the most iconic battles in ancient history, symbolizing the fierce struggle between the Greek city-states and the mighty Persian Empire. When King Darius I of Persia sought to expand his influence by conquering Greece, he sent a massive army to crush the Athenian resistance. Facing overwhelming odds, the Athenian forces, led by General Miltiades, knew they had to act decisively to protect their homeland. The Persian troops outnumbered the Athenians nearly 3-1, but the Greeks had the advantage of fighting on familiar terrain. In a bold move, Miltiades decided to engage the Persians head-on. The Athenians charged with fierce determination, forming a tight phalanx, and using their agility to outmaneuver the heavier Persian forces. The surprise attack caught the Persians off guard, leading to chaos in their ranks. The result was a stunning victory for the Athenians, who managed to inflict heavy casualties on the Persians while losing only a fraction of their own forces. This decisive victory at Marathon not only boosted Athenian morale, but also ignited a sense of unity among the Greek city-states against a common enemy. The Battle of Marathon is often regarded as a crucial moment in the struggle for democracy in Athens, and has become a symbol of resistance against tyranny. It demonstrated that a determined and united city-state could stand up to one of the greatest empires of the time, laying the groundwork for future Greek victories in the wars against Persia. Siege of Constantinople, 1453. The Siege of Constantinople in 1453 stands as one of the most significant turning points in history, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire and the rise of the Ottoman Empire. For centuries, Constantinople had been a thriving center of trade, culture, and Christianity, its impressive walls guarding against numerous attacks. However, by the 15th century, the Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Sultan Mehmed II, was determined to conquer this great city. The siege began in April 1453, with the Ottomans surrounding the city and cutting off supply routes, effectively isolating it from the outside world. Led by Emperor Constantine XI, the Byzantine forces were vastly outnumbered. Estimates suggest about 7,000 defenders faced an Ottoman army of around 80,000. Despite their determination and strategic use of the city's fortifications, the defenders struggled against the Ottomans' formidable artillery, including giant cannons capable of breaching the ancient walls. After weeks of relentless and intense bombardment, the Ottomans finally breached the walls on May 29, 1453. The fall of Constantinople had far-reaching consequences. It ended the Byzantine Empire and marked the beginning of Ottoman dominance in southeastern Europe and beyond. The Siege of Constantinople serves as a powerful reminder of the relentless march of history, where the rise and fall of empires can dramatically reshape the course of civilization. This event not only altered the balance of power in the region, but also set the stage for the modern world as we know it today. The Battle of Zama, 202 BC, fought in 202 BC, the Battle of Zama was a decisive conflict that marked the end of the Second Punic War and solidified Rome's status as a dominant power in the Mediterranean. This fierce battle took place near Zama in present-day Tunisia and featured two of the greatest military minds of the ancient world, Roman general Scipio Africanus and Carthaginian commander Hannibal Barca. After years of conflict and significant victories, Hannibal returned to North Africa to protect his homeland from the advancing Romans. Scipio, understanding the importance of confronting Hannibal directly, led his troops into enemy territory with the aim of ending the war once and for all. The two armies met on the battlefield, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. The future of Carthage and the fate of the Roman Republic hung in the balance. Hannibal's forces included his famous war elephants and experienced soldiers, known for their resilience. However, Scipio had studied Hannibal's tactics closely and crafted a strategy to neutralize his opponent's strengths. He arranged his troops in a way that would allow them to maneuver around the elephants and launch effective counterattacks. As the battle began on October 19th, 202 BC, Scipio's strategy was put to the test. The Roman soldiers evaded the charge of the elephants and quickly engaged Hannibal's troops. In a stunning display of strategy and discipline, Scipio's forces decisively defeated Hannibal's army, leading to Carthage's surrender. The significance of the Battle of Zama cannot be overstated. Rome's victory marked its rise as the dominant power in the Mediterranean and laid the groundwork for its future empire. The brilliance of Scipio Africanus was showcased in this battle, as his innovative tactics would influence military leaders for generations. The Battle of Zama remains a testament to how strategy and preparation can change the course of history. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. The Battle of Gaugamela was a monumental clash that occurred on October 1st, 331 BC between the forces of Alexander the Great and King Darius III of Persia. This battle is often remembered as one of the greatest military victories in history, showcasing Alexander's tactical genius. Darius commanded a vast army that significantly outnumbered Alexander's forces, but Alexander wasn't intimidated. He had a clever plan in mind. As the battle began, he used the smart maneuvers to take advantage of gaps in the Persian lines. With lightning-fast speed, Alexander's troops executed flanking attacks that caught Darius's army off guard. The outcome of the battle was significant. It effectively marked the fall of the Persian Empire and established Alexander as one of the most formidable military leaders in history. This victory opened the doors for Alexander's further conquests, leading to his establishment of one of the largest empires of the ancient world. Gaugamela was not just a battle, it was a significant moment that shaped the course of history and demonstrated the power of strategy and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Battle of Waterloo, 1815. The Battle of Waterloo marked the end of Napoleon Bonaparte's reign and is considered one of the most significant battles in European history. This decisive clash took place near the town of Waterloo in present-day Belgium, pitting Napoleon's French army against a coalition of forces led by the Duke of Wellington and Prussian General Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. After escaping from exile in Elba, Napoleon sought to reclaim his power, but he faced a formidable alliance. The battle began with Napoleon's forces launching an attack against Wellington's troops, who were strategically positioned on the battlefield. However, as the day wore on, the tide began to turn. Just when it seemed that Napoleon might achieve victory, Blücher's Prussian forces arrived, striking the French army's flank. The combined forces of Wellington and Blücher overwhelmed Napoleon, leading to a chaotic retreat. The defeat at Waterloo ended Napoleon's rule and led to his second exile on the island of St. Helena. This battle reshaped Europe, leading to a new balance of power and a period of relative peace known as the Congress of Vienna. The phrase, "the rise and fall of Napoleon," was forever etched into history, reminding us of how one battle can change the fate of nations. Battle of Yarmouk, 636 AD, fought from August 15th to August 20th in 636 AD. The Battle of Yarmouk was a crucial and defining moment in the early expansion of the Islamic Caliphate. This battle occurred near the Yarmouk River, where Muslim forces clashed with the Byzantine Empire, which was determined to hold onto its territories in the region. Led by the brilliant commander Khalid ibn al-Walid, the Muslim army was significantly outnumbered, facing a Byzantine force that was well-equipped and battle-hardened. However, Khalid's tactical genius shone through as he devised a strategy to counter the Byzantine advantage. Khalid employed a series of innovative maneuvers, including feigned retreats and quick coordinated strikes that disrupted the Byzantine formations. The terrain played a crucial role in the battle, as the Muslim forces skillfully used the landscape to their advantage, creating ambush points and cutting off the Byzantine supply lines. The ferocity and determination of the Muslim warriors, combined with Khalid's strategic brilliance, led to a stunning victory over the Byzantines. The defeat was catastrophic for the Byzantine Empire, resulting in the loss of Syria and paving the way for the rapid expansion of Islamic influence across the region. The Battle of Yarmouk is often regarded as one of the greatest military engagements in history, demonstrating the power of strategy, leadership, and faith in shaping the course of empires. The Battle of Hastings, 1066. The Battle of Hastings is a landmark event in English history that changed the country's fate forever. This significant battle marked the end of Anglo-Saxon rule and the rise of Norman control over England. The clash was between King Harold II, the last Anglo-Saxon king, and William, the Duke of Normandy, who had his sights set on the English throne. The conflict began after the death of Edward the Confessor, creating a struggle for power among several claimants. Harold had just been crowned king, but William believed he was the rightful heir due to an alleged promise made by Edward. As the two armies met near Hastings, the stakes were incredibly high. Harold's troops took position on Senlac Hill, which provided a strong defensive advantage. However, William's forces were determined and well organized, ready to implement effective battle strategies that included cavalry and archers. The battle raged on, with Harold's soldiers displaying remarkable bravery. Unfortunately, the tide turned when Harold was struck by an arrow in the eye, leading to confusion and disarray among his ranks. William seized this opportunity to launch a full assault, ultimately leading to Harold's death and the defeat of his forces. The Battle of Hastings fundamentally changed the course of English history. William's victory not only brought Norman rule to England, but also led to significant cultural, social, and political shifts. The introduction of feudalism and the establishment of a new aristocracy shaped the future of England for centuries to come. The Battle of Hastings serves as a powerful example of how tactical brilliance and leadership can alter a country's destiny, leaving an indelible mark on history. Siege of Vienna, 1529. The Siege of Vienna in 1529 was a crucial moment in history, marking the first significant attempt by the Ottoman Empire to conquer the city and further expand into Central Europe. Under the command of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottomans sought to capture Vienna, a key strategic stronghold that would allow them to further penetrate European territory. He assembled a massive army and laid siege to the city, believing it would be an easy victory. However, the citizens of Vienna, under the command of Count Nicholas von Salm, were ready to defend their city, They fortified the walls and rallied together, displaying remarkable courage in the face of overwhelming odds. Despite fierce assaults and the overwhelming size of the Ottoman forces, the defenders held their ground. After several weeks, a combination of fierce resistance and the arrival of reinforcements led to the lifting of the siege. The successful defense of Vienna not only saved the city, but also marked a turning point in the struggle between Christian Europe and the expanding Ottoman Empire. Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943. The Battle of Stalingrad is widely regarded as one of the decisive and significant turning points of World War II. The city, named after Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, became the focal point of a brutal conflict between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. Adolf Hitler aimed to capture Stalingrad to secure the southern front and gain control over vital oil supplies. The battle began in the summer of 1942 when German forces launched an offensive, quickly advancing into the city. However, the Soviets were determined to defend Stalingrad at all costs. The fighting was intense and marked by street-to-street combat, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The Soviet troops, fueled by patriotism and the will to protect their homeland, used the city's ruins to their advantage, engaging in fierce urban warfare. As winter set in, the situation for the Germans worsened. The Soviet counteroffensive, Operation Uranus, was launched in November 1942, surrounding the German Sixth Army and cutting off their supplies. In a dramatic turn of events, the once proud German forces found themselves trapped in the frozen city, facing starvation and the relentless Soviet advance. By February 1943, the encircled German troops surrendered, marking a significant defeat for Hitler's regime. The loss at Stalingrad not only dealt a severe blow to German morale, but also shifted the momentum of the war in favor of the Allies. The battle became a symbol of Soviet resilience and determination, and its impact on the course of history cannot be overstated. As we've explored, these battles were not just moments of conflict, they were defining events that shaped the course of history. From the heroic stand at the Battle of Tours to the relentless fight at Stalingrad, each battle tells a story of courage, strategy, and determination. They serve as reminders of how the tides of history can change in an instant, often determined by the actions of a few brave individuals. Understanding these significant moments helps us appreciate the complex history of our past and recognize the sacrifices made by those who fought for their beliefs and homes. As we reflect on these battles, we can better understand the world we live in today and the forces that have shaped our societies. What do you think is the most important battle in history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insights into history.